Hell of an Office is a hell of a game. If you like Cluster Truck, then stick around because this is basically Cluster Truck on steroids in an office in hell. Hell of an Office is a game where you play as a character that works for the devil in an office where your work is basically getting from A to B. But you have a stapler that fires explosive staples, and these staples blast you up into the air. And you have the ability to dash forward, which allows you to basically shoot yourself through the level in order to get to the end. What you're watching on screen right now is my gameplay through the game, and as of the time of this recording, there are 70 levels in this game over essentially 7 different stages, and the plan is to have 100 levels on release, which will be in the 4th quarter of this year. When you start Hell of an Office, you start off in an elevator, and when you get out of the elevator, you're on a platform. Now your first instinct might be just to go for it and get through the level, but if you stick around, you've actually got time because the timer doesn't start until you leave the first platform. This is something I realised about halfway through the game, which was kind of annoying, but it's something that allows you to look around and figure out which way to go. The whole point of Hell of an Office is to get from A to B, but it's not quite as simple as that. You see, you can go through the obstacles of the level, dash between platforms. You have certain platforms that you cannot boost jump off of by shooting your stapler at the floor, so you have to dash from them. And you can get to walls and shoot your stapler at the walls in order to blast yourself up into the air. Oh, and of course there is a constant threat of this rising lava that will just continue going up until the exit has been covered and you have to die. But that's not the only way to get through a level. Because if you look at the time of the diamond medals when you finish a level, you'll realise that you cannot possibly do most of these levels by going from A to B in the normal way. And that's where games like this allow you to cheat. And in order for you to actually get through the level and beat the diamond trophies, then you have to cheat. This can be anything from getting near a statue and shooting your stapler to blast up the side of it until you get to the highest point and then dashing towards the ending. Or something as simple as just starting the level and then blasting yourself up into the air a few times from the starting position to get to the final ending point, which is actually directly above your head. This is not just a speed run from start to finish following the ways that you think you would have to go. It's designed as a speed run that allows you to essentially break your way through the level in order to get to the ending without actually clipping through it. And that's one of the things that makes Hell of an Office an interesting game, because once you've gone from A to B several times and you try to get the fastest time possible, you'll start to notice shortcuts that you can take instead of the standard way that it kind of shows you that you should take. Like I said, there are 10 different stages that will be out in the final release of them. Each of these have 10 different levels in them. And this game does play essentially similarly to Cluster Truck, but I feel like this is something that could become so much more. Cluster Truck is one of the best speedrunning style games out there at the moment, and Hell of an Office is really a good competitor for this because of the way that it's been designed, and the ability for them to add new levels to it can essentially make this game become so much more. But I do also have to talk about the more negative things on it. For example, how sometimes your dash doesn't work when you would like it to. There are some little things to do with like where you are on the platform that can sometimes stop you from actually dashing and you just kind of fall to your doom. As well as sometimes there'll be sheets of paper that you can fire your stapler into to burn them in order to get through them. Sometimes when you do that, it's almost like there's still an invisible wall there that you can get stuck on, which can be kind of frustrating when you're doing really good on the level. It does also feel like there could be other powers and other things available to the player, like Cluster Truck did, in order to allow you to get through the level in different ways and maybe slow down time and give yourself a bit more time to think. But at the moment, these things don't exist in the game, and it's just a kind of a hectic run from start to finish, A to B. See if you can get there without dying, and generally try and beat the lava till the end of the level. You also have the ability to get skins for your stapler, which if you were to get it now before it fully releases, you get a limited edition early access stapler, which is kind of a cartoony one. And staplers are collected by completing certain objectives, so you can go onto the skin screen for the stapler, you can have a look and you can see what you have to do in order to do it. Overall, I have to say that I actually thoroughly enjoy Hell of an Office. It gives you a good challenge, it allows you to kind of experiment with different ways of getting through levels, and on the very often occasion you will think you're going the right way and then suddenly realise you're not and then just fall to your doom. If you've got fast reflexes, this is the perfect game for you. If you do not have fast reflexes, then this might be a good game to actually get your reflexes up. Just to get through a level you have to have insane reflexes sometimes, and can actually probably help you improve them. I can actually say that in the past, playing games like Cluster Truck actually helped me with my accuracy in FPS games, so this could definitely help you out if you do have problems with reflexes or just generally speed. Saying that though, you might have been watching this video thinking, oh my god, this dude is so freaking good at this game, he's not dying at all, and that is the awesome power of editing. So just so you don't think I'm an absolutely awesome gamer, because I'm not, I'm going to show you all the times where I didn't make it through the levels, right now. Then as you can see, there's quite a few times that I didn't make it. So no, it wasn't perfect runs from start to finish. That's just the way I edited the video, because that's the best way for you to watch it. But whether this is your sort of game or not, whether you like sort of slower paced games and stuff that are not as hectic, get down in the comments below. Let me know what you think of the game. Let me know if this is the sort of thing you're going to try out. And as I previously mentioned, FPS games, if this isn't your sort of game and you prefer FPS games, check out my video of XDefiant up there. Or if you like real-time strategy games, then you have to check out my Men of War 2 video over here. I am on the road to 10,000 subscribers, so hit the like and subscribe buttons and hit the notification bell to keep up to date with my future videos. Thank you for watching my video. I've been Liking from Green Liking Reviews, and I'll see you in the next one.